look at a situation and I'm very objective about it. You know,
Yeah.
my bachelor's in chemistry, so everything is very systemic for me. Like, okay, ABC. Like, there's
Yeah, it's like
no guessing.
if you presented a problem, it's just like, okay, option A, B, C. If you don't have a C, then we'll create a D essentially.
Scientific method,
Yeah.
hypothesis, and you act from there.
Conclusion, exactly.
I mean, you're a doctor, so you see someone has a shoulder issue, and you have a process to figure out what's
Exactly.
going on.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'll say that with patients too, is like, especially when we begin, and if something doesn't work, it's like, listen, I got options B, C, D ready to go to figure out, what's going on. So don't worry about if A doesn't work, plan A doesn't work. We got other options, but yeah.
What do you call brain surgery? What plan is that? That plan B?
I can't, I don't think I've had the opportunity to say that it was a plan A, but
Yeah,
I guess we can consider it we'll call it 1B. How about that? It wasn't
one
option
B.
one, but it was 1B.
Yeah, it makes sense. So
Because
that
1A
night
was the burr
was
hole, right?
just yeah. It was one day was Burhole, which that like within the first day was like, all right, that's not gonna work. We need more access to
Yeah.
what's going on. So that night was like the most intense night of my life.
Are you like calling people that you never like? What
At
are you
all.
just like spending time with like just the people that mean the most to you? Is
I'm laying down on my hospital bed, Vicky here sleeping over my arm.
mm,
It's like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have brain surgery scheduled for like 8 in the morning or something. 7, 8 in the morning.
yeah,
January 24th. January 28th, I had brain surgery. January 24th, I was admitted to give you an idea.
right. And
And
then
then
3 days
January
later,
28th, yeah, like by the third night, I'm already preparing for the next step of what's going to happen.
did you even sleep that night?
And oh, so that's the thing. Like, it was a crazy experience. Like, it was out of this world. Like, I can't, I still try to put into words. And I talk to my friends that they're into like heavy drugs,
I was just thinking that.
like
There's got to be like a
ayahuasca. What
LSD,
do you call it? Yeah, like
ayahuasca.
ayahuasca. Like,
Yeah,
talking like that level of trip.
sure.
And I have friends that they shroom, LSD, excuse me, all those things. And he's like, man, like, you know what? To be honest, like that sounds like you were like on DMT or something. Like, it sounds
Mm,
like you were like I was like traveling through space in my own brain, and I was wide awake. Like, my eyes
yeah.
were open and I couldn't close them, and I would just hear the beep, beep, beep on my monitor and stuff. And I'm there like it's hard like to truly believe and think that you're about to die or you could die. Like, this is not a little procedure. Like, this is they're opening up your brain
Yeah.
and they're going in there and they're taking chunks of brain out.
Right.
What happens after that? Yeah, they can say that, or this part of the brain isn't very active, is not a very important part of your brain, but they're still entering that area.
Opening your
Like,
skull.
yeah, like that's like the spot in your body that you never expect someone to go into physically and remove shit from.
Yeah, right, exactly. And did you feel
So
like did you like kind of, did you run through all the things that you did wrong in your life? Did you just, or was it just did you feel like you were looking down upon yourself almost like in third person? Like what, I mean, what was that experience like? I have no idea what it feels like, but I mean, obviously you want to spend the time with the people who mean the most to you, but just thinking about things like, are there regrets? Are there, or are you not even thinking about that? You're just like, I'm just want to be as present as humanly possible.
like living in the moment had never felt so real in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, you can imagine, you like we can say on a day-to-day basis, oh, I live in the moment. And it's such a it's easily thrown out. Oh, I live in the moment. I live in the
Yeah.
moment. But it's not until like someone tells you, hey, tomorrow may not come, that you're like, oh shit, like this is the moment. Like, I have no other moment but right now. Like this.
Right.
Which is why, like, my idea in life is the past is gone. The past doesn't exist.
Yep.
The future is also not real. The future is, there's no guarantee. You can have this plan of, I'll retire at 55 with my little 2-2-3-2 house, in Naples, Florida or something. And that day may not come.
Yeah.
And I've accepted that that day might not come. So I since that day, I only live in the moment. So right now, Mike, Dr. Mike,
Yeah.
like this is like it's like tunnel vision right now. Like, I don't see
Yeah.
anything but you right now.
That's awesome.
Um, I
I
don't
mean,
I don't really get distracted when I'm in the moment now.
pretty hyper
Um,
focused.
Super hyper focused. Like, thinking about tomorrow is kind of tricky because right now is so important.
Yeah.
Like it's difficult to think of any other time but now. So in that moment, those I don't know, like I don't know if I even fell asleep that night. I don't remember if I went to sleep. I just know that they came in and they're like, "Hey, time to go." You know, so I might not have sleep. I don't even know.
Yeah.
And I received zero medication the whole time. Those 4 days, they actually thought about giving me an anti-parasitic in case it is a parasite, so they can start working on me or whatever.
All right.
And part of the parasite theory was I've traveled a lot in the world. I've been to Bali, I've been to China, I've been to a lot of places that people like. Some of these things are more common than in Miami. So they thought that might be an option. So they thought that by opening my brain, they'll know right away, is it a parasite or is it something else?